Our new programme at midnight. Look out for that, Milan against Napoli. Sampdoria then to kick off, attacking the goal to our right. Clear day in Foggia, but as James was saying earlier on, rather cloudy overhead now. This is Rossi, who was left out for the last game but brought back today. And he's slotted in well at Sampdoria. The new man from Brescia. It's Pagliuca, who kept goal for the Italians in the week. Indeed, the only Sampdoria player in the starting lineup, although Mancini came on in the second half. The jump then by Lombardo. It goes Mancini. Now Lombardo. We can see him through the smoke.
It's a very fortunate position for the Italians to have, Peter, when you actually have Mancini coming on as substitute for your national side. He really is one of the most talented players, I think, in Serie. He really does brighten up every game that we seem to watch with his fantastic skill and technique. It's fabulous for the Italian supporters that they can actually have him coming on as substitute.
Lombardo taking the throw, finding Mancini. Here's Lombardo again. Costa was too long, and even the likes of Gullit had no chance of reaching that one. Lombardo, who seems to be out of favour now with the Italian squad, having had a brief comeback earlier in the season. This is Di Biagio, useful player. Caini. And then from Brian Roy, search of Pagliuca.
That was great awareness from Roy. As the ball comes to him, he sees the defender shutting him down. It's a lovely little pass with the outside of his, the inside of his left foot as he went on for the 1-2. That was excellent football.
Now this is here Stroppa, former Milan and Lazio player, whose form has been such that he's forced his way into the Italian national team and has an excellent chance of making the World Cup squad for the finals. Pagliuca with some organising to do. Here is Stroppa, seeking his first goal in Serie A this season. His only success was a penalty in an Italian cup tie. Caini. Di Biagio.
That was a great run from Nicoli, and you saw the intelligence of Gullit checking his run. You see him come from a long way. It was a good effort from Nicoli to get in on the back post. Di Biagio hit a nice ball in, but Gullit, with all the experience, was there to block the run and to shepherd the ball into safety.
Gullit. Free kick then to Sampdoria. Starting the game just a point behind Parma and Milan up at the top. Juventus on the same tally as Samp, 15. Parma and Milan on 16. Mancini's through ball. And just finally to sort out the confusion, Bucaro is playing now. I think we got it right this time. Bucaro is wearing 6 and Chamot 5. Some confusion behind the scenes, but it's all sorted out now. That's the twin central defenders for Foggia. Chamot, the Argentine, and Bucaro, who's come in for the suspended Bianchini.
All adds to the excitement, Peter. There's Stroppa there laying on the floor with what a nasty knock. He's a young man. He's only 25, but when he was playing for the under-21s, he's got a memorable goal at Brighton once against the England under-21 side. It was a fantastic shot from the edge of the box, and he really is one of those guys that really hasn't fulfilled the sort of potential he's got. I know he's just put himself into the Italian side, but he could have been in there a lot earlier. He's a very talented chap.
And as a Brighton fan, we can do with all the memorable goals at Brighton we can get, Ray. On then from Stroppa, there's David Platt, and Lombardo offside. Di Biagio. 5 minutes gone, no score. Mancini, good work by Jugovic. Here's Gullit now, his first assault really on the Foggia goal. Neat work too, played it by Mancini. Di Biagio got it away. Ivani, who's on loan from Milan, and was seen shaking hands beforehand with Stropper, his old teammate from Milan. Stropper is also on loan. Being discarded by Lazio, which surprised a few people. Never really got a chance though at Lazio, did he, Ray?
No, he was a constant substitute, and I think we can see when players actually get in there and they're playing consistently that their performance does improve, and Stropper's one of those lads that would have to play to keep his performance up.
Now Kolivanov. Here's Seno, the captain. Had problems with injuries earlier in the season, Seno, but he's back to full fitness now. Gullit did well to keep that one in play, but then good defending by Shamot, the Argentine.
Yes, that was good football all round, Peter, wasn't it? Gullit chasing a lost cause then. It was a great first touch that kept the ball in, and then Shamot defended very well against him.
Here's Caini, who's been sent off in his 5 previous starts this season, 3 times. Caini. Play up, says the referee. Tuccio, the referee today from town near Naples. Di Biagio away from Lombardo.
It's very unlike an Italian game. It started in such a hectic pace. It really is, pretty. Yeah, it reminds us a bit more of our own type of football. The ball is really flying around.
Kolivanov looking for Roy. Kolivanov again. Now Roy has just straight offside. Brian Roy, who's back in the Dutch team now. Kolivanov, the Russian. They'll both be on their way to the World Cup finals.
It'd be nice to see
for Foggia.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Brian Roy performing to the maximum of his ability as well, because I thought in Rotterdam Brian Roy had an excellent match out on the left side for Holland, and he really is one with immense talent.
And he's the top scorer for Foggia this season, 3 goals in Serie A. Forward by Nicoli. It goes Ivani, won it back well then for Sam. Jugovic. Just too long though for Lombardo. There are 2 Mancinis on the pitch because Francesco Mancini is the goalkeeper for Foggia. Roberto, of course, for Sampdoria playing up front. Kolivanov. Good turn by him. He's brought Seno into the play now. A shooting chance, closed down well by Rossi. Manini.
Wasn't that good football? That was super play from Di Biagio, working well in midfield, going past a couple of players. An excellent play from Kolivanov to set up Seno on the right-hand side.
Di Biagio. Cut out again by Rossi. Jugovic feeding Mancini. Now Gullit. Good positive play here by the Dutchman. Look at his strength there as he tried to get away from Stropper. 2 former teammates from their Milan days.
It is nice to see the great man back in full flight though, Peter, isn't it? There's not too many finer sights in football than to see Gullit on the run, and showing immense power there as he burst past Stropper. And old Giovanni Stropper, that was all that was left to him, was to bring him down.
Free kick then to Sampdoria. David Platt wearing 9, waiting in the box. There was Platt, and it's squirmed away from him for a goal kick to Foggia. Well, David Platt won't be playing in the World Cup finals, of course, but Ruud Gullit says he will be, Ray. What do you make of that? The fact that he's prepared to play under Johan Cruyff, but not under the existing coach, Advocat.
I find it all very sad, Peter, really. You know, you're representing your country. It doesn't matter who's in charge. You get out there and do your best for your country. And I find it a bit sad that Gullit, now they've qualified, actually wants to play with Johan Cruyff. But in saying that, it'll be lovely to see him performing.
Sacchetti. And a wayward pass from David Platt. Hasn't scored in 4 games now, David. But certainly started the season in brisk fashion. And he's settled well in Genoa with Sampdoria. Here's Roy. Support from Nicoli. Trying to thread it on then towards Bresciani. And the interception was made by Rossi. Chamot. Now Kolivanov. And he didn't really get hold of that one. That has been his problem, his finishing, Kolivanov. Got a couple of goals this season, but he's lacked the killer touch, really.
He was a little bit too hurried, Peter, as he got in the box there, Kolivanov. He made a great run. It's a great area to be in, but he was just a bit hurried with his shot. He could have taken an extra touch.
Sampdoria was certainly caught cold at the back then, and they will miss Vierkabon today, no question of that. But here's Gullit from Mancini's pass. Excellent save by the other Mancini.
Got to say, Peter, no matter how long you watch this Italian football, you will never see a better pass than the one Mancini's just played. He's looking one way and he plays the most delightful pass of only 2 yards, but he set Gullit in with a great pass.
Superb football. Here's Gullit again, and this time he was outsmarted by Nicoli. Marvellous play by Mancini to set up that chance set for Gullit, and good goalkeeping by the other Mancini.
Yes, it was excellent goalkeeping, but a great save to his left-hand side. But the pass, it's a shame that wasn't a goal, actually, because we'd have seen that time and time again. But that little pass of Mancini's was one to cherish, really.
Francesco Mancini, one of the smallest goalkeepers in Serie A, but as he underlined there, certainly one of the most agile. Away by Rossi. Mancini then got a bang in the face. Here's Bresciani, very busy down the right side for Foggia. Di Baggio, that's lovely skill by him. Kolivanov, he's onside. Roy's in the middle, and Roy finishes in style. 1-0 to Foggia.
Fantastic goal, Peter. It's another one of those runs from Kolivanov. Beautiful run, great ball from Di Baggio, and there's Roy, what every good winger should be doing, and getting in across the front of the goal. A lovely little touch in. That really was an excellent piece of football.
Brian Roy with his 4th goal in Serie A this season, and no wonder they're applauding down on the bench. Fabulous build-up. Kolivanov away down the right, and Roy timed it perfectly. Nothing Lombardo could do, nothing Pagliuca could do, and Foggia take the lead in the 12th minute.
It looked a bit touch and go, I thought, the offside decision, but nevertheless, when the ball came across, Roy wasn't going to miss that, and it was the simplest of chances, just with such a trusty left foot, just to tap it into an empty net.
Well, they could so easily have gone behind a couple of minutes ago when Gullit was through. But a perfect response then by Foggia, who plays such positive, ambitious football. And it was certainly rewarded then. Fine goal by Brian Roy. And there has been one other goal already this afternoon. Scored by Lazio. Paul Gascoigne signed at home to Torino. And it's Alan Boksic who has scored for them, the former Marseille player. Roy sweeping it wide in search of Caini. Sacchetti was there though. Bucaro, not the best of clearances. Preferred then to Di Bari. Presumably after some debate beforehand.
Yes, quite right, Fred, yeah, but it is Bucaro out there, and he's doing a good job at the moment.
Back at the side after, back in the first team at Foggia after 3 seasons on loan, Bucaro. Celebrated his 23rd birthday yesterday, and he's got a call up today. Lombardo with the throw. Jugovic trying to get a shot in.
I think you can see why it does become so difficult to play at Foggia for the hierarchy of the first division, is the way they put people under pressure. Their pressing is all over the field. They play the game at a much faster rate.
Mancini, they didn't pick him up too well. In goes Gullit, and Platt, say no with a header out. Bresciani finding Kolivanov. They're sweeping forward again here. Brian Roy, he has Bresciani up in support, and there were just too many defenders, and somebody clipped his heel then.
They're very quick on the counter-attack, aren't they? Kolivanov is very, very sharp, and Roy there, he's really come into the game since scoring that goal. A lot of pace through the middle of the field.
15 minutes gone. Foggia leading by a goal to nil. Brighton Roy on 12 minutes. And they really do chase the game, Foggia. And maybe that's why they've had so many cautions. 35 yellow cards this season. Some reckless tackling from them in earlier matches, certainly. And also 6 sendings off, including those 3 for Caini. This is Rossi, the player down injured for Sampdoria.
I think we're only, what, a third of the way through the season, Peter, and they've got that sort of record. Yeah, he just got a little nick on the back of his heel there, as Roy was bursting forward.
Dalinho, the offender. Dalinho, who's come in then for Vierkevod. And Serena about to make an entrance here for Sampdoria. So they're obviously worried about, presumably, Rossi.
I think you can see the difference of the player like Vierkevod actually makes to a side. He's... yeah, it is Rossi coming off there. Looks as if he's got a hamstring, dodgy hamstring there, yeah. He's been an impressive player, Rossi, this season, I think. But Vierkevod being out of the side, they do look a little bit at sea, do Sampdoria.
Sereno, who featured in every game last season, either from the start or as a substitute. And that seems to be his role, really, with Samp. But he's getting an earlier start today than he might have anticipated. The end of this match for Marco Rossi, and on comes Serena. Stropper with the free kick. Di Biagio. Some adjustments been made then by Sampdoria, with Rossi having to go off. In goes Brian Roy, and it just swerved away from him. Poor first touch by Roy.
Quite right, Peter. You never thought you'd have seen that on his left foot as the ball went through. His first touch was dreadful. He was onto it like a flash, but he just couldn't control it.
Seno. Di Biagio. Out by Sacchetti. And he's found Gullit. Good tackle then by Evani, but he couldn't get away from Nicoli. David Platt. Serena's pass. Chamot. Here's Mancini. Forward then by Lombardo. He's found him well too. Gullit's in space away from Mancini. Here's Gullit now. Mancini. Mancini trying to get it in, and well, over the bar by Gullit, and he'll be disappointed there.
Yeah, he got a bad bounce on his left side as the ball was played through to him, but he'll be very disappointed with the cross he actually hit in from Mancini, who did exceptionally well on the back post. And there's Mancini having an attempt at an overhead kick, and there's the great man blasting it over the top. That was nice football from Sampdoria. Good build-up by through Mancini onto Lombardo. Nice 1-2. I'm sure that's the sort of form that Sampdoria have to show to get back into this game.
Ruud Gullit with 6 goals already for Samp this season. Olivanov beating Dalinho in the air. Serena with the back pass. Stropper. Nicoli normally operates in midfield. Nicoli. Right back though today. Jugovic, the former Yugoslav. Rather ambitious pass though.
Yes, I think, Peter, because Foggia are working so hard and putting Sampdoria under so much pressure, they're just not as composed as we normally like to see Sampdoria. They're rushing into everything, over-hitting passes and giving the ball away unnecessarily at times.
Sampdoria beaten here at the end of last season by Foggia. The only goal that went past Nucciari, your mate from Milan, who was in for Pagliuca that day. Pagliuca just had the car crash.
That must have been his game for the season, I'd have thought, Peter.
Game for the decade, I think.
Poor old Julio's only played about 11 games, hasn't he?
Sacchetti. And it was a bad mistake too, I remember it. He miskicked completely.
Oh yes, you're right. Yeah, I remember that one as well.
Jugovic to Platt. Sacchetti. Ran straight into Caini. Platt's got it back again. Lombardo's in the middle. Joined also by Mancini, and Gullit was there. And away for the corner. Desperate clearance by Nicoli.
That's a good clearance from Nicoli as well. I know Mancini, the goalkeeper, is having a bit of a go at him. He should have let it run. But if a defender sees the ball and it's coming across into a dangerous zone, it's best that he gets it away. And Nicoli did, in my opinion, the right thing.
Mancini with the corner. Manini has come up from the back. Not the best of kicks, though, by Mancini for once. Either Dalinia has also come forward. Here's Mancini to try again. Very different kick. Gullit. Foggia able to clear. Mancini, that was lovely control. Serena to pump it forward in search of Mancini. Again, brought it down so easily then, and the header flashing wide, off the post.
This goes to show the benefit of two-footed players, doesn't it? You saw Mancini attempt to hit the first cross in with his right foot as it cannoned off the defender. It was no effort for him to just swing on his left foot. It was beautiful technique and a great ball in, and we saw Jugovic hitting the upright. There it goes, ball going in. Jugovic just getting a touch on it, and Mancini gratefully grasped it after it bounces off the post.
Seemed almost to spin in then, didn't it? I thought it was going wide, but back off the upright. So a let off then for Foggia. Lombardo, Sampdoria now looking to step up their game. Gullit and Mancini both up with him. This is Gullit now, back in towards Lombardo. Bucaro away for the corner.
Yeah, we've got a very irate Roberto Mancini here. I think he's quite right as well. I think Lombardo actually chose the wrong option. Everybody had gone across to pick up Gullit, and Mancini was left spare on the right-hand side. He's still not happy. He's
still complaining, Mancini. He's not a happy man.
He's not a happy bunny this afternoon, is he?
Ivani with the corner for Sampdoria. A goal down. Platt. Here's Bucaro. And the whistle's gone for a free kick to Foggia.
Yeah, I think it was David having a grab hold of the defender. I think it was Bucaro as the ball came across for the second time on the rebound. David had a bit of a grab at the guy's jersey.
Halfway through the first half, and this is Di Biagio for Foggia. Caini. That's the one goal. We could easily have had more. Stroppa. Very talented player, Stroppa. This is Roy now. Di Biagio. Flags up. It won't count. Excellent run by Sado. And good vision, too, by Di Biagio.
He looks a nice player, Di Biagio, doesn't he? Two good feet. It was a nice pass, but Sano just galloped offside.
Really creative play by Di Biagio, and he was called up by Arrigo Sacchi for one of the recent internationals. Didn't actually feature in the side or even on the bench, but obviously in the mind anyway of Sacchi. This is Sacchetti. Scored his first goal for Sampdoria earlier in the season, the match we featured against Torino, and he seems to have license to come forward quite a lot for Sampdoria. Offside, maybe Mancini or Lombardo down here. Oh, Platt's won it back again. Gullit, a great chance. Oh, terrific finish. Ruud Gullit, goal number 7 for him this season, and it was tucked away with great aplomb.
Yeah, I think you can see Gullit as well. He's well fired up for the match. It was a great bit of football from David Platt, in actual fact. He won the ball with a good tackle, sent over an inch-perfect ball for Gullit. His first touch was magnificent, and he didn't mess around when he got in that penalty box. Just buffed it into the back of it. There's that pass from David, lovely pass. Great first touch from the great man, and there's the volley over the top of Mancini. Great goal, very nice.
Well, they were appealing for offside, but appealing in vain, Foggia. Gullit had timed his run to perfection, and it was a chilling finish. Bresciani now. Roy. Away by Platt. Certainly Sampdoria have been threatening a goal or two. And they're breaking again with purpose now. Ivani. They've got 4 up here. Platt. theatrical dive there by David. I don't think that would convince the referee.
No, I don't think that was going to convince anybody, but I just thought David could have got the ball around the other side. But he elected to attempt to go for a free kick.
Bucaro. Too easy though for Sacchetti, and then whipped away from him by Brian Roy. Bresciani almost got in then, policed by Serena. He seems to have slotted into that vacant left back role with Rossi having gone off. Pretty open game though, Ray.
Yes, it is. Now it's settled down and people are passing the ball around to feet. I think the game's come into its own, but one of the highlights is the running off of the ball from Gullit. He's made several runs this afternoon which have really been of the highest order, and for any midfield player playing behind him must be an absolute delight.
Di Biagio. He's got a great touch, this fellow. Now Nicoli. Mancini. Cool into the path of Evani. Here's Mancini. Outside him is Lombardo.
I think our friend Lombardo's a bit out of sorts actually. He's not really performing as we know Lombardo can perform, and that pass really to Mancini was a bread and butter pass which he didn't make. And I don't think Mancini will be very happy with him this afternoon.
Free kick given to Sampdoria. Mancini, 31 now, and still hoping to feature in the World Cup plans of Arrigo Sacchi, but he's been out of favour for the last few internationals now. Benarivo of Parma played at right back against Portugal in the week. In a problem position for them, the right back role. This is Zaman, the coach of Foggia. Seeing his team under pressure again, but the flag is up against Mancini.
Yes, they do squeeze up Foggia. When the ball goes back, they squeeze up as a unit, and they've been catching Sampdoria offside with regularity, but that one was close. They've got to watch themselves because the likes of Mancini and Gullit will time one properly and they'll be in.
Di Biagio. Supported by Nicoli, and now Seno. One of several players in the Foggia side who's played in lower grade football until his move to Foggia. They've sold a lot of players in recent times, Foggia, and brought in a lot of players from the lower divisions. But they've maintained their attacking policy. It's certainly good to watch. Caini. Well read by Dalinia. Mancini looking for Gullit. Another great run by the Dutchman. But this time he couldn't get the better of those two Foggia defenders, and in particular Chamot, the Argentine. We've got a mistake here. Mancini felt he was fouled. The referee said no, but Gullit's got it back. And struck wide.
Well, you quite rightly said, Peter, earlier that Gullit's run was quite magnificent. He just dipped off the shoulder of Chamot and got himself in, but it was a good pass from Mancini. The ball seemed to get a kick off the pitch. There's been a lot of uneven bounce on this surface, but we must say the pitch does look in better order than it did when I think we were here at Foggia Milan, and it looked in a pretty desperate state.
Nicoli looking for Seno, didn't find him though. Jugovic. Gullit to Platt. And the first time pass from David Platt, too long for Mancini. Nicoli. Bresciani. Foul by Jugovic. Now Seno. Bresciani, former Milan player. A few of those out on the pitch today. Here's one of them, Evani. Now Platt. Gullit. On for Lombardo. Good running by him. Mancini. And it was just headed away then by Nicoli. Mancini thinks it's a corner. I'm sure it's a throw. That's a corner. Gullit lurking in the box. But well claimed then by Mancini, the goalkeeper. Bresciani showed too much of that though to Serena. And here comes Sampdoria again on the half-hour mark. Gullit. Lombardo.
They're just not hitting the target, Sampdoria. They've been in a number of good positions just around the box, but shooting's been a bit off. But the game has been good. It's picked up now. We've seen some good football from both sides. He says that's an awful pass from Bresciani.
It's always the way. Mancini. Jugovic, quickly closed down though by Chamot initially, and then the foul on Seno. Seno himself committed more fouls in Serie A than any other player last season. Have you ever caught up with anyone to foul them, Ray?
No, I can't actually say that's in my repertoire, that, Peter. Tackling's not even in mine.
Well, the report I had on the game yesterday said you were running it, so there you are.
That was a good game. We thoroughly enjoyed it.
Was it running away from it?
Yeah, running away from it's more likely.
Lombardo. Chamot. Played for the Argentines against Australia in the week when they qualified Argentina for the finals. Di Biagio. Mancini. Always something likely to happen when he's in possession. I think Platt's offside, but again, tremendous vision shown then by Mancini.
It was a fantastic run from David there from the halfway line, but Mancini just didn't see him in time. It was a great pass. The execution was excellent, and it was a very close one as well. But David really did time that very nicely.
As you were saying earlier, Ray, Italy must have some side if Mancini can't get it in.
Yes, that's right. He's such a talented chap, isn't he? He really, every game we see him play produces something of note, which you can actually look back on the game and say, well, that was excellent stuff from Mancini.
Of course, it's Roberto Baggio who keeps him out of the side, so that explains it, really.
It's a shocking state of affairs, isn't it, having them two chaps around.
Lombardo, Gullit. Lombardo again. Was he tripped then by Roy?
Yeah, it's quite right too, Freddie. Yeah, that was, yeah, definitely. But that's the problem. They push up all the time, Foggia, and these little 1-2s, I'm sure Sampdoria worked on them all week. You can see they've played a number of them. And as the ball gets a little touch here, I think he plays it into Gullit, yeah. Nice pass back into his path. And Brian Roy, a bit hasty, really, cutting across the front of, or should I say, the back of Lombardo and bringing him down for what was a definite penalty.
It was a forwards tackle, Ray, wasn't it, really?
Yes, I think when forwards get in those positions, the composure that they have up the field doesn't really apply to the defensive qualities.
And Mancini, it'll be Mancini against Mancini. Francesco has been booked, the goalkeeper, presumably for taking his protest too far. This is Roberto Mancini. One Mancini is going to be a hero here. Whistles all around the stadium for the Foggia fans as Roberto tries to retain his composure. One of the most experienced players in Serie A. And he saved it! Oh, terrific save.
Yes, I think Mancini in the Foggia goal, he's already shown us his agility. And he took off very well to his left-hand side. Mancini does prefer that side. We've seen him take a number of spot kicks. This is no exception. Inside of the foot, pushing it into the corner. Mancini was off like a rocket. That was a good stop.
Well, it certainly wasn't the perfect kick by Roberto, but all credit to the goalkeeper for the save.
I was just about to say before he took it, if you really wanted anybody to take a penalty for you, that man is ice cool, and I really fancied him to score, but I'm absolutely chuffed that I didn't mention it.
As you say, you're pretty glad you didn't say that now, aren't you? Di Biagio. Reprieve for Foggia. Kolivanov. Quickly closed down by Manini. And it certainly has been an eventful first half. Plenty of good football, plenty to admire. 2 goals so far, and every prospect of more to come. A few missiles you see now being thrown on the field.
Sort of rather animated linesman there, didn't he? He was really having a go at the Sampdoria, should I say Kolivanov.
Jugovic. Sampdoria, remember, having won 4 of their 5 previous away games this season. And they're certainly chasing another victory today. Jugovic.
They are one of the teams, though, Peter, in Italy that are really geared to playing away from home. They defend very well, and on the break, there's no finer side with the likes of Gullit making those fantastic runs, and the inventiveness of Mancini, who really does possess a wonderful touch.
Chamot. Wide of him is Nicoli. Takes an alternative route, though, and it wasn't the right option.
Yes, I think because Foggia like to play the game at quite a rapid rate. They do at times play the ball a lot too early, they're always in a hurry, especially the defensive players. Instead of just rolling the ball off, they're looking for that killer pass straight away. And, the majority of times it's not going to be on with the one player playing up front.
Di Biagio dispossessed though by Mancini, releasing Lombardo. Trying to pick out David Platt. He climbed well. In fact, the referee said he was fouling in the process.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. I thought that was a very, very good header there. Great bit of skill from Lombardo. Little flick through the back of his legs and put a bit too much time on the ball as he crossed it.
Down goes Seno, and the referee has blown for the foul. Sven-Goran Eriksson, the coach of Sampdoria. He's seen his team squander the excellent chance to gain the lead. But here's Gullit now. Di Biagio. Sampdoria pushing forward, trying to squeeze up, looking for the offside. There's Serena.
They love that one, don't they? Di Biagio and Nicoli. Nicoli's going to lose about 2 inches if he runs up and down that line much longer. He's been up and down like a rabbit all afternoon down that line, and Di Biagio likes that little one inside the fullback. They look for it a hell of a lot.
Stropper with the pass. Up goes the linesman's flag.
Well, that was a close one as Stropper played the ball. It looked as if he was onside.
Mancini's penalty miss, incidentally, followed 7 successful penalty kicks, 7 in a row, including 5 from last season and 2 in this campaign. So he'll be bitterly disappointed at wasting that chance to put his team in front. Roy in pursuit. Pagliuca had to come a long way. Stropper taking the throw quickly. Gonna get away from Dalinia. Donning the number 5 shirt, normally worn, of course, by Vukovic. Dalinia. He's got his hands full with the likes of Kolivanov and Brian Roy. This is Caini. Kolivanov trying to turn Sacchetti. He's won the corner.
It was a lovely turn as well, Peter, but Sacchetti read it very nicely.
Kolivanov tripped then by Lombardo. I don't think it was quite as bad as it looked. Lombardo certainly has that view. I think he caught him. Let's see again. Yeah.
I think that was, we can safely say that was a free kick.
Stropper will take it. Pagliuca, very much the number 1 in Italy. Stropper. Pagliuca opting to fist it away. I thought he could have caught that one, really.
Don't understand what he was doing there, Pete. That one looked to be straight into his stomach if he jumps up a couple of inches. And that's the second time that Stropper's tried that free kick. Goes straight at him. I don't know, can't comprehend what he was trying to do there, Pagliuca.
Might have had one eye on Seno coming towards him. It certainly didn't seem to be too much of a problem, really, for the goalkeeper. Dalinia to hoist it forward, and it's Mancini who is caught offside. He's a man, one of the most respected coaches in Serie A for what he has achieved with Foggia. Di Biagio. On from Seno, Di Biagio. I think there's some good stuff through midfield, Foggia. Too close though there to Pagliuca.
Yeah, they play some lovely 1 and 2 touch, Peter. You're quite right, and They like to get the ball wide and get crosses into the box. And it's very attractive football when they get it going. Foggia.
Foul then by Chamot, who's playing in the centre of the defence for Foggia today, but operates at right back for the Argentine national team, and indeed has normally occupied that role for Foggia. They've made the switch recently, trying to tighten things up down the centre. Dalinia, youth product at Sampdoria. Dalinia, it's a pretty rugged defender in the mould, really, of Viercaron.
Yes, and you need them, Peter. No matter what football you're playing in, you need someone in there that's a good man-to-man marker. And he looks, if he's come in, he's doing a good job, and he looks a very capable player.
Bresciani. Gullit to Platt. Now Mancini. Good tackle by Di Biagio. Very necessary one too, as Mancini was threatening to create something then for Sampdoria, as he has so often in this first half. Lombardo, miskick by him. Off goes Stroppa. Dalinia. Platt, upped up by Ivani. Mancini. Lombardo has got some space here. Good strike and a fine save again by Mancini. There's some questions must be asked about Foggia's defending.
Yes, they come in a bit narrow there, Foggia, and no one's picking up Lombardo on the right-hand side. But once again, it was that wonderful vision of Mancini. I think Lombardo won't be at all happy with his first touch. They took it far too close to the defender coming in. I think it was Chamot coming in to close him down.
Here's Mancini with the corner. Ivanov. Tackle by Dalinia. Stroppa has been penalised. Yellow card.
A bit unfortunate to get a yellow card. He looks as if he played the ball. Okay, I think he hit Stroppa as well, but it didn't look too bad a tackle. It was very sharp into it. He's looking for the tackle all the time.
Only his third start of the season, Dalinia. 21 years old.
That was a very crisp old challenge, wasn't it? Stroppa would have felt that one.
This is Stroppa now. 2 minutes of the first half to go. Ivanov. Manini. Given away though to Stroppa. Delightfully past David Platt. Asking too much of Brian Roy.
It's a shame, wasn't it? That really was excellent football from Stroppa, but again, it was that final pass. He just needed to take his time a little bit more, because when you've got the pace that Roy's got, he's always going to get the ball so long as you miss the defender out. And Stroppa will be a bit disappointed that he overhit that final pass.
The jump by Di Biagio. Here is Brian Roy, who's been back to his best form this season. Gets his recall to the Dutch national team. A bit inconsistent with his first season with Foggia. Brian Roy, the last campaign. Much more like his old self this season. Into the last minute of the first half, and it's Lombardo for Sampdoria. Jugovic on for Gullit. And he was good enough to get a strike at goal.
Great vision again from Jugovic. The ball played in by Lombardo, and Jugovic knew where Gullit was all the time, and he just helped it on its way. And Gullit going in on the volley just lifted it over the top.
Caini, so your thoughts, Serie, overall on the first half?
Yes, I think we've had some good parts. We've had some very scrappy bits as well, but overall I've been quite pleased.
This is promising. There's no flag, is there? Yes, it was up at the last moment there. Bresciani marauding up front.
Yes, quite right as well. Bresciani was offside. But as I was saying, yes, it's not been too bad, and at times Foggia have played some really very pleasant 1 and 2 touch. Bresciani just edging offside there, yeah. I think he was offside. But that was lovely football to get into that area.
Platt now. Ivani. Gullit's waiting in the middle. Mancini was there too, but Chamot with a header away for Foggia. Good interception by Serena. We're now into time added on for stoppages. Stropper, it's a great turn by him. My word, he's a talented player, Stropper. Not good enough for Milan, it would seem, or Lazio, but their loss seems to be Foggia's gain.
Yes, he's about the same age, I think, as Maldini. He was in that sort of group when he was at Milan, and I think they really did have high hopes for him, but unfortunately he didn't materialise. But it's nice to see that he's made his living somewhere else.
Ivanov, that's well read though by Mancini. Very important challenge then by the Sampdoria defender. And he read it to perfection. Stropper waiting to take the throw. The last few seconds now of the opening half. Roy was brushed aside by Sacchetti. Gullit. Ivani. The two old Milan players linking together. Mancini. Mancini again. Jugovic. Platt. Not quite the touch he was looking for. And Chamot's back pass almost put the other Mancini in trouble.
I think David missed out on a hell of a give and go there. Jugovic played him a hell of a ball inside, and I think he just needed to push it into his path for the 1-2, but he didn't. He elected to go himself.
Seno taking the throw. Bresciani. Forward by Lombardo. Maybe as far as Chamot. Gullit for Caini. Now that for Roy. Dalinia with the tackle. It's a good one too. Helped out by Sacchetti. Lombardo. Bucaro. Wide of him is Nicoli. Di Biagio. Here's Mancini again. Forward by Seno, but safely through to Pagliuca.
I don't think we've seen the last of the goals though, Peter. This game, they've got both sides are very, very quick on the break, and I think we'll see some more goals in the second half. It's been quite entertaining in the first half, and I think the 1-1 result was just about the right result as well.
Yes, a very enjoyable first 45 minutes, brought to a close by a referee surprisingly up among the leaders too, and having an excellent season. This is Seno, the captain of Foggia. Nicoli.
I think it's quite evident that when you watch Foggia play, the reasons or the problems that they have quite a number of inventive players again in their forward ranks, but defensively they have shown a number of frailties, and they always look as if they may concede goals.
Away by Mancini. Mancini with the header. This is Gullit, scorer of Sampdoria's goal. A splendid one it was too. His 7th of the season so far. What an acquisition he is proving to be from Milan. Mancini. His vision was a highlight of the first half. Ivani. Still very much in the plans of Arrigo Sacchi, the national team coach. Ivani. Here's Platt. Didn't make the 16 for the game against Portugal in the week, Ivani. Had to watch the game from the stands. His decision to move to Sampdoria on loan from Milan would certainly have been influenced by the fact that he wants to make that final party for the World Cup finals. Needs a regular place in a Serie A side, and he wasn't really guaranteed that at Milan. David Platt challenging.
And it's good for us, I think, Peter, that he's moved to Sampdoria as well, because we'll see more of him. And that is one of the problems, obviously, with the Milan setup. They do monopolise the buying and selling of players, and we don't often get to see the truly great players that they've perhaps got sitting on the bench. And Ivani was one of those. And since he's gone to Sampdoria, he's got himself back in that international setup, and he really does look a good player again.
Gullit. On for Lombardo, there's no flag. Mancini! And it was the right Mancini from Foggia's point of view who got there first.
A great anticipation from Mancini there. The ball from Lombardo just didn't have the pace on to get past Mancini at the near post.
Shamot. Jugovic.
We've seen Jugovic play a number of rushed passes, and I think that's purely and simply the fact is he's a bit ring rusty as Jugovic. He's not been playing, and when he's come back in, he's not adjusted to the pace too well.
Good build up here though by Sampdoria. This is Ivani, now Lombardo. They're stringing their passes together very cohesively. Gullit. Platt had made the run for him. Mancini's in the middle as well. Well-timed tackle though by Caini. Stropper. Exquisite touch. Roy. Jugovic. Sacchetti plays it forward. Cut out though by Bucaro. Now the run made by Kolivanov. Pagliuca just scooped it away from him.
Great pass from Di Baggio in the middle of the field there. That really was a nice pass, and Kolivanov's got exceptional pace, and he just couldn't get enough on the ball to knock it past Pagliuca. The ball's coming through, he gets his leg up there, but again he's wondering whether the referee will disallow that for a foul on Pagliuca as well. So it was a difficult decision for Kolivanov to make.
A really intelligent through ball by Di Baggio, who's been very impressive in this game. Here's Mancini now, bursting through, and fails to hit the target.
Well, I think that's a prime example of that defensive frailty I was talking about earlier. Mancini's allowed to run through, which is a pretty static defence. So letting him run, it was the big defender Shamot allowed Mancini to make the run into the box, and he should really have done a lot better with that, with the sort of finishing power he has.
They're still arguing among themselves at the back for Foggia. Got themselves in a terrible tackle to allow Mancini in. Foul then, was it by Lombardo, who pleads his innocence. Free kick taken by Caini. Here's Stropper. Kolivanov to Seno rather. And Pagliuca almost made a mess of that as Kolivanov came in.
That was good football all round, Caini. A nice little quick free kick to Stropper. And this is a beautiful pass, this. It's a driven ball back to the back post, and it's Seno there getting a great header across the box. And Kolivanov just can't touch it in at the far post.
I think Sampdoria missing the defensive qualities of Rossi as well as Vukovic. Rossi having gone off in the first half, replaced by Sereno, who isn't normally a left back, and he's struggling a bit defensively, I think. Certainly in the air, eh?
Yes, it's on the last couple of occasions that we've seen Foggia go forward, the ball has actually ended up in the left back position for Sampdoria, and they seem to be getting in from that area to Foggia. But they will miss the likes of Rossi. Rossi's had a good season. It's his first year with Sampdoria, and he's had an exceptional start to it. And you know, it was a problem position for them last year. You know, our own Des Walker had problems with Lana, who would play left back, and they found a good replacement in Rossi, and he's had a very good season.
Nicoli. Foul that by Serena. Seno with the kick. Serena had missed it initially, helped out though by Manini. Now Ivani. Gullit. Mancini. Lombardo's made a good run down the right. Gullit through the middle. And Shamot just had the strength to hold him off.
Yes, that was a good battle. That was super football from Gullit. He played a lovely give and go, made a very determined run into the box, but Shamot was having none of it. Shamot, should I say, was having none of it and got with him and showed a lot of power.
Lombardo. Chance to show his pace, driving through. Still Lombardo, but unlucky there. Mancini pulled away to his left. Here's Nicoli. One in the air by Serena. Luciani into the path of Stropper. Young Sacchetti playing at the back for Sampdoria. Couldn't make the side initially this season. Piccioni was preferred at the back, but now Sacchetti's in. He intends to stay there, but he's given away a penalty, as you know. The referee Well, he hasn't given it. Or has he?
Yes, he's given a penalty there, Peter. Beautiful bit of football from Kolivanov. Feinting to cross and then just drags it inside the two defenders. And it went over, but whether he was pushed over, I wouldn't like to say. But it was an excellent piece of skill. Nicely worked throw-in as well. He dipped to go down the line, decided to check and come inside. And he showed the eyes to the defenders. He went to cross the ball and just dipped it inside them, as Mancini did in the first half. And as we see, Stropper is about to take the resulting penalty kick.
Oh, just as I was praising Sacchetti, he was the offender. And it's a great chance then for Foggia to regain the lead. Stropper against Pagliuca. Stropper, who has scored from the penalty spot earlier this season in the Italian Cup. Oh, off both posts! Amazing miss. 2 penalties now have been wasted in this game. And that was astonishing.
Oh, you'd have thought that that would have actually rolled in there if it's coming off the inside of the post. As he Stropper, he hits it nice and firm. It's a good kick. Electing to only take a couple of paces, which is his technique, and there it is, coming off both posts. Unbelievable stuff.
Mancini. Let off for Sampdoria this time. Here's Lombardo. Trying to weave a path to goal. Away by Bucaro. An incident-packed game. Di Biagio. Good running by Kolivanov. Out by Mancini, though.
That was good defending from Brian Roy in the left-back spot. He'd got back and helped out his defence. And he didn't dive in. He stood on his feet and just shepherded Lombardo out towards the line. And in the finish, Lombardo couldn't get a good enough cross in. But that was a lot better defending from him.
And the crowd still digesting that miss by Stropper. Di Biagio. Really exciting atmosphere in the stadium. Stropper, good skill. Swept out though by Jugovic to Lombardo, who has given it away carelessly then to Di Biagio. Mancini, off goes Lombardo. He's got support from Platt and from Gullit, who's free at the far post. This is Gullit now. And Gullit, of all people, scoops it over the bar.
That's a very strong run from Lombardo. He's a very quick guy, Lombardo, and it's a great ball from Mancini to set him off. David Platt had made a good run through. It was a good ball in the end from Lombardo. Gullit would be very, very disappointed, as we saw the disappointment on his face, that he didn't actually make the goalkeeper make a save.
Pretty dreadful defending by Foggia. They'd allowed Gullit all that freedom there, and you'd have put money on him scoring there, or at least hitting the target. But not this time. Even Gullit isn't infallible. Roy to Di Biagio. Seno. Now, can he get away from Serena? Very nearly. Needed the assistance of Ivani, and the referee has given the free kick for the foul on Seno. Kolivanov waiting to take it, or maybe he'll leave it here for Brian Roy. The big Argentine has come forward, wearing 5 there. 4 Foggia players around that penalty spot. Roy with the free kick. Out by Gullit. Stropper trying to shake off Lombardo. When he's put his defenders in trouble, there's a saving tackle there by Stropper. A vital one. Serena with the clearance. Di Biagio. Offside against Kolivanov.
He has played some lovely passes, Di Biagio. That again was a good pass. Kolivanov just wandering offside, but his use of the ball has been quite wonderful in the middle of the field. I was a bit surprised at Roy hitting that the free kick into the zone where Gullit was. Yeah, there's 2 players coming in from offside positions. There was offside. Gullit possibly the tallest and possibly the best header of the ball on the field, and Brian Roy hit it right into his area, which I was quite amazed at.
Up goes the flag again. And some important news coming in from another match affecting a team up at the top. Inter, they're a goal down. Away to Genoa, Rutolo, the scorer for Genoa. They lead Inter by a goal to nil. Inter in 5th place at the start of today's matches. 1 point behind Sam. Here's Seno. Mancini. Getting the better of Bresciani, who fouled him in the process of trying to effect that tackle. Well, he's got through some work though. Bresciani down the right flank for Foggia. Ivani's pass, he's picked out Gullit. Lombardo now. Looking much more like his old self in the second half, Lombardo. Jugovic, who's got Gullit out wide of him. Still Gullit. And off Caini for the corner.
He's defended well against Gullit, Caini. He's not dived in at all. He's just wasted his time, and he's made Gullit make the first move. Gullit just, he's hanging about there waiting for Caini to dive in at him so he can skip past him, but he hasn't done so. His concentration's been excellent.
Sampdoria will look to the left foot of Ivani to float this corner over. Ball up though, dealt with easily by Bucaro. Lombardo, it's a sharp turn by him. Out by Seno. Pagliuca. Oh, terrific control by Mancini. Definitely done. Ivani towards Mancini.
Yeah, that was excellent football, Peter, wasn't it? As you say, it was a wonderful first touch from Mancini. And he wasn't content with just knocking it out wide to Ivani. He got himself into the box, and it's Mancini's header that just sails over the top. But again, you can see there are 3 Sampdoria players against 2 Foggia defenders. And really, they do have some bad lapses defensively, Foggia.
Certainly posting players forward, Sampdoria, to good effect. Mancini, Gullit and Platt in particular.
Yes, I think they can see that the game's here to be won, and this would be a tremendous victory for them, because it's not an easy place to come and win.
The 2 Mancinis in pursuit, and always the goalkeeper who was favourite to reach that one first, or as happened, he would get the goal kick anyway. Nicoli. Seno. Trying to set Kolivanov on his way, released by Dalinia. Sacchetti, whose mistake led to the penalty, missed by Stropper. I think Mancini wanted it there. Caini, out by Manini. Jugovic. Bucaro with Lombardo, and it's the Foggia man who comes out on top. Di Biagio. Caini. Oh, Stropper spotted Jugovic. This is Gullit. Scampering past the tackle route, Gullit. Really looks on top of his game. Ivani. This is Platt. Getting it on for Mancini. Easily read though by Nicoli. Now Stropper for Roy. A terrific pass, Sacchetti, who clearly held him back. Great news that Parma have taken the lead away to Atalanta. To stay with this attack for a moment as Seno plants it into the box, away by Sacchetti for the corner. Thomas Brolin, the Swede, has scored for Parma, the leaders ahead of Milan on goal difference. And Futre, the Portuguese international, scored on his debut for Reggiana. That's against Cremonese. Cremonese right up there in 6th place. Reggiana second to bottom.
He's another great face that we've got to see then, Peter. Futbol, yeah, Futbol is a tremendous footballer, and that's another great scout for Italian football.
It'll be Stropper with the free kick. Chamot, the big number 5 outside the penalty box. Seno's in the area. Sampdoria pulling just about everybody back here. Stropper's kick, off the line by Gullit. Great defending by the Dutchman. Pagliuca with the tackle, but it was Gullit on the line who saved his team then.
Yes, he does have a tremendous awareness, whether it be in front of goal or defensively. He's really an excellent footballer here.
Foggia, though, continuing to pose problems for Sampdoria. It's squirmed away from him. This is Lombardo. Out comes Sampdoria so quickly. Mancini away to his right. Still Mancini. Couldn't get away though from Stropper. Working diligently for Foggia. Stropper. Seno. With the tackle. This is Jugovic. Lombardo. Platt's made the run down the middle. Here's Mancini. Came back off Caini. Di Biagio. A little clumsy though, that pass. Rather unlike him. He had an excellent game, Di Biagio. Ivani, well read by Seno. Serena is giving it away to Stropper. Great ball, Kolivanov. Bresciani, and they tackled each other in the end.
Oh, lack of communication, Peter. He did ever so well to control it and move the ball off the line it came on. It was a great ball in from Stropper, but Kolivanov did exceptionally well there with his ball control. And it was just a mix-up between two of the guys, and they really should have done a lot better than that. There's Caini receiving yet another yellow card. I'm sure if he stayed on the field a lot longer, this chap, he'd be a better player, because defensively he's defended very well.
He's only started 6 games this season. That's really down to suspensions, having been sent off 3 times, Caini. And he's walking the tightrope again then, having been cautioned now.
Pretty horrendous tackle as well, wasn't it? It was the first time that he's actually dived in on Lombardo. He's normally stood up well against the attacking players and made them make the first move, but that time he was a little bit slack.
Exposed really by the pace of Lombardo. Headed by Kolivanov. Finds Stropper. Almost at the halfway point of the second half. Still every hint of further goals to come. Di Biagio. Serena's header. Finding Ivani. Mancini. Chested down to Lombardo. Swept through then to Gullit. And even the great man couldn't control that one.
He nearly took his head off, Peter, didn't it? And, that's what I'd like to see Mancini get in there and take in the throw-in. That was good stuff from Mancini, the goalkeeper.
Chamot. Bucaro. Here's Di Biagio. Always looking to produce something out of the ordinary, Di Biagio, but not that time. Bucaro. Here's Gullit. Ivani, Jugovic, Gullit. Chamot. Not the best of clearances though. Here's Platt. Lombardo. 3 waiting on the cross, and it all gone the wrong way. Or at least the ball had.
Yes, the delivery wasn't the best, was it? Lombardo had a lot of time and a lot of guys breaking into the box, but that wasn't the best service in the world. The game, in actual fact, is just having this little scrappy 5 minutes that we normally have.
Still being played at quite a pace though. Stropper.
Oh, it's all hectic stuff, Peter. They really are going for it, both sides.
Sacchetti in pursuit. Now, was that over the line? I think it was, yeah. Throw to Foggia. More pressure on the Sampdoria goal. And they have been leaking a lot of goals this season, Sampdoria. 16 now, including the one today. Kolivanov. problem for Pagliuca as Brian Roy made contact.
A wide grin over Brian Roy's face there. I think he found himself in an unfamiliar position, having to head the ball, and it just flashed past the upright of Pagliuca.
They've just lacked that cutting edge, really, Foggia this season. They've drawn 8 games. This one drawn at the moment. Pagliuca very calm to Serena.
Good play from Serena that though, Peter. As the ball's played back to him, he made a nice angle for Pagliuca so that they could actually continue to play. Normally we see the ball laid back, defence is pushing up and the ball whacked away. But that was good football from Serena, giving Pagliuca a nice angle, and they could continue to build up.
David Platt fighting for it. Couldn't outmaneuver Seno, and it's Vanni with the throw then for Sampdoria. Foggia 1, Sampdoria 1, and both sides have missed a penalty. On by Platt. The ominous figure of Gullit was lurking, but to no avail. Foul shortly then. I think on stopper initially. Free kick has been given to Foggia.
I think we can see it's been quite evident, especially in this match, the amount of communication between referee and players. They really do seem to have communicated very well this afternoon.
Roy linking with Di Biagio. Stromper made the run through for him. Easily cut out there by Lombardo, and it's Jugovic. There's the run from Gullit. Bucaro has gone with him. Lombardo to Jugovic. Now Gullit towards Jugovic and Lombardo, and over the bar in the end, to the relief of Foggia.
I think they're going to regret all these missed chances, Sampdoria. They have had a number of chances. That was an exceptional chance. Mancini again pulling off an excellent save from Lombardo, but it's a good ball in from Gullit for Jugovic. Now Jugovic takes it first time, bounces down to Lombardo, and that was a very, very good save indeed from Mancini. But they've had too many chances. They keep squandering them, and one gets the feeling it might not be their day, and Foggia could nip up the other end and perhaps snatch the winner.
Injury to Stromper. The rain now falling heavily in Foggia, down in the southeast of Italy, on the way to Bari. Considering that Juventus are a goal down at home to Cagliari, so a shock in the offing there. Oliveira for Cagliari. Juventus 1-0, Cagliari 1. And in that game, Vialli, who's been out for a long time through injury, indeed since week 2, he has come on as a substitute for Juventus today. Training at the moment, though, at home to Cagliari.
That's nice to see as well, Peter, that these teams are going to the places like Juventus and taking points off them. Well, up to now they're taking points off them. We'll have to see what the final result is, but it just goes to show that the other sides are beginning to pick up, and that the gap that once was there is no longer.
Sacchetti coming across. Torino have equalised in Rome away to Lazio. And it's Solenzi who has scored for Torino. Takes his tally to 9 for the season. Mancini, it was a penalty too, I'm told, the goal for Solenzi. Here's Gullit, looking for a penalty. And getting an angry reaction from Mancini, the goalkeeper. Well, he's saying, look, you've got the goal kick.
It was a great ball from Mancini, wasn't it? They've both got to go for it, obviously, and yeah, I think Gullit did actually dive, but Mancini's reaction was a little bit over the top, wasn't it? It's a big chap, Gullit, as well. I think Mancini should be looking at his namesake Mancini to have a pop at, and not Gullit.
No, the referee wants to take this one. He'd actually nicked the ball away from the goalkeeper, no question about that. Got there first, didn't he?
Yes, he did get there first, Peter. Yeah, it was a very determined run from Gullit.
Gullit certainly dived once he got past the goalkeeper.
Good refereeing again, though. He's up. Den even tried to pronounce his name. I do apologise to everybody at home, but That's good refereeing. He's calmed down. He's calmed the situation right down, and he's had an excellent match.
Cartuccio.
Fantastic, Peter. Well done. You're a better man than you are.
On by Stropper. Bresciani. Oh, it was a great chance for Bresciani.
He did everything right as well. He lifted the ball over the diving Pagliuca, but unfortunately he's lifted it over the upright as well. What a lovely pass that was. And there's Bresciani, super first touch again, leaving it in his stride, and just too much on it. But that's the type of thing that Sampdoria have got to be aware of. They're having a lot of play and a lot of chances, but they do have the ability, Foggia, to cut you open.
It was a wonderful opportunity for Bresciani to double his tally for the season and take his team back into the lead. My word, there have been misses at both ends in this game, including, of course, 2 penalties squandered. Serena. Another gifted piece of play there by Mancini.
Oh, delightful football, wasn't it? From Holder Sampdoria's side, very, very good football.
Mancini again for Lombardo. Bullets at the far post. Ivani.
Magnificent 1-2 between Lombardo and Mancini there. Mancini just leaving the ball in the hole for Lombardo to come onto. And he did the right thing. He was close in. He missed Mancini out, the goalkeeper. And Gullit had just crept in a little bit too early.
Platt just rolled away from him then. Down goes Sacchetti. Jugovic, rather.
Oh, word, it's raining as well, Peter, isn't it? It's really throwing it down.
Free kick then to Sampdoria. Sorry about the brief loss of pictures there. Pretty foul weather. Maybe that's affected it. Well, James Richardson has kicked the cable, actually. Harmlessly through. Or does the referee want it to be taken again?
Yeah, I think he's ordering a retake there, Peter. He wasn't ready. He wasn't satisfied that everything was in order. Quite right, he's ordered them to retake the free kick.
Ivani, Mancini fisting it away. Wasn't under any real pressure. Jugovic. Sacchetti. 15 minutes to go. Still 1-1. But hard to believe that, really. There have been so many chances missed by both teams. Bresciani, who wasted the last of them. It goes Manini. Free header, though, for Bucaro. Chamot. Shepherded back by Mancini to Pagliuca. Bolivanov. Towards Roy. Serena just got his head to it first. Now Lombardo on the charge for Sampdoria. Di Biagio with a tackle. And the referee says an unfair one.
Well, that's got to be unfortunate. Di Biagio looked to make a hell of a tackle there. He covered a lot of ground to get a hold of Lombardo there. And he looks to make a good tackle on the ball. Yes, it was a good tackle. Excellent cross in from Caini just before that for Foggia. Roy didn't really make an effort on the cross as it came in, and we saw Serena just managed to get his head to it and get it away. But I think if Roy had a challenge, he may have had the opportunity of putting it in.
Ivani taking the free kick for Sampdoria. Up towards Gullit. Chamot. Sacchetti. Here's Lombardo. Mancini. That was the right one again. Now Lombardo. Fabulous strike by Lombardo, and Sampdoria are in front.
Yeah, it was an excellent strike from Lombardo. It was a great header that actually we saw initially. And as the ball cannoned off Mancini, Lombardo, with a good first touch, just drilled it into the back of the net. Very well taken goal indeed.
Awesome finish by Lombardo. Only his second goal in Serie A this season. He'd set it up maybe there for Mancini. It was the goalkeeper Mancini who managed to clear, but only as far as Lombardo. And, well, he had the presence of mind to guide it into the corner, and very powerfully too.
He's very unlucky, Mancini, in the Foggia goal. He made a great exit to cut out Mancini's run in on goal, but it just cannoned off to a Sampdoria player instead of one of his own guys.
Bresciani down injured. Roy can't reach the pass from Di Biagio. And Sampdoria, from being a goal down, now find themselves in front, and it's going to be a difficult job for Foggia to pull this back now.
This is the risky run playing against Sampdoria. If you don't put your own chances away, they're always likely to capitalise at the other end. And they've had a number of chances, and I thought Foggia were going to ride their luck, but they haven't done, and Sampdoria have, I suppose, taken a deserved 2-1 lead.
The scores stay the same. They'll move into second place, Sampdoria, behind Parma. Milan playing tonight, remember. Mazzanotti, you can see that on Tuesday night. Don't forget that, our new programme on the Italian scene. A match every week from the top flight in Italy. Brian Roy. Sacchetti shaking him off, but the whistle's gone for the free kick to Foggia. Some activity down on the Foggia bench. So possibly a substitution or two being planned. Meantime, it's Sacchetti with the clearance for Sampdoria. Gullit to Mancini. Great reverse pass then to Lombardo. He had some magical moments in this game, Mancini. Gullit. Sampdoria threatening again. Gullit. Pass one, tackle. It'll fall for Ivani maybe. No. Whacked away. And looked to be handled there. Don't think the referee saw it. Dalinia. Here's Gullit. Lombardo. And Platt couldn't get there before the Foggia defender, and up goes the flag for offside. Mancini with Gullit. Mancini again. Substitution to be made. Xhaka, I think, is the player they're going to bring on. Nicolo Xhaka, and it's Di Biagio being taken off. Xhaka actually was preferred to him in the last game that Foggia played. But in fairness to him, Ray, he's shown some very inventive touches.
Yes, I thought he'd had an excellent game. His passing and bringing people into the game has been quite excellent. And
Mancini's corner. Fisted out by the other Mancini.
I would agree with the crowd there. We heard the whistles of the crowd, and I think it's been a little bit unfortunate to be taken off there.
Mancini. In goes Xhaka. Pumped up by Caini, who's been booked already. And he was a bit late with that one.
He's having a bit of a rash 5 minutes, Caini. You can understand why he's been sent off on a number of occasions. You know, there's no need really to fly in at Mancini there. He's defended quite well against Gullit and Lombardo on many occasions, but he decided with a rush of blood to the head there to have a go at Mancini.
They do play the game at such a pace, Foggia, and they dive into some of the tackles. Gullit is on the end of the cross. Nothing Bucaro could do about it.
Nothing at all. You don't get much better quality than that from Ivani. Gullit there apologising, I think, and a little shake of the head. He knew he should have done a lot better. That was an excellent ball from Ivani.
And a second substitution. This is Mandelli, the striker. And Brian Roy is going off. I think that Mandeli can add a little beef to their attacks.
Yeah, I think his coach might think he's a bit tired after his midweek exploits there, and he's had a lot of travelling to Poland and back, and he may be feeling the pace of the game a little bit.
Xhaka. Ivanov just got the flick on, but Mancini was able to clear. And there he was again. It's a good game at the back, Mancini, and here's Mancini on the rampage for Sampdoria again. Gullit. Foggia defenders scampering back. Lombardo had the confidence to strike for goal too.
Yes, it wasn't the worst strike in the world either, was it? He really did get hold of that. But isn't it nice to see the way Gullit and Mancini play together up front? The movement away from each other and their interchange and passing is quite exceptional, and it's a joy to watch.
News of another goal for Parma away to Atalanta. They're now 2 up, and it's Zola. That's goal number 6 for him this season, the former Napoli player. Roma have taken the lead away to Lecce. Marco Lana the goal, the former Sampdoria player. Lecce, the bottom club, really in trouble.
I think Jugovic has taken a bit of a blow on the side there. Doesn't seem very happy, does he? It's in the rib area, doesn't it?
Jugovic restored to the side today at the expense of Catanets. Another goal I'm hearing about. It's Torino, is it? Yes, Torino now have taken the lead away to Lazio. Lazio were a goal up early on Boxic, but now Torino, second goal from Gregucci, a former Lazio player. And the first goal from Silenzi from the penalty spot. Torino 2-1 up away to Lazio. Xhaka with the free kick. And the header goes wide from Chamot. Well there, the central defender, to win the ball in the air.
Yes, it was a good ball in, Peter, and Chamot did exceptionally well. I think Gullit was marking him. Yeah, he got up very well indeed, and Pagliuca didn't look as if he had that covered too well.
Yeah, if that had been on target, that could have been very interesting. Here's Xhaka. On by Nicoli. Serena. 5 minutes to go. Sampdoria edging their way towards a 5th success away from home. And that's championship form. Not quite as hot on their own ground, funnily enough. Mancini definitely into the path of Serena. Gullit was lurking in the middle. Platt had made one of those timely runs as well. So much disappointment for David Platt in the week, but he's lifted himself today. Certainly he's settled very well in Genoa with Sampdoria. In goes Caini again, a reckless challenge.
Absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous, Peter. The referee has actually saved him on 2 occasions now, and that, as you quite rightly say, that is reckless tackling. That could really hurt somebody, because I think it was Sacchetti there had relaxed himself, and he just went straight through the back of him. It was a ridiculous challenge.
Jugovic. Mancini. Off goes Serena. Now Mancini. On then for Gullit. He just pulled away from the marking. Mancini. Brilliant skill. He was offside, but another moment to admire.
What a shame. I think it was Gullit that was offside in all fairness, Peter. And that was absolutely delightful. His close ball control was quite wonderful, and the vision with the little back heel was a joy to watch. He really has shown today, as you quite rightly said earlier, a couple of magnificent touches.
Xhaka. In goes Jugovic, now Lombardo. Another goal would surely seal it for Sampdoria now. Ivani. Good run this time by Jugovic. They do support the front players so well. Here's Jugovic trying to outsmart Chamot, but unsuccessfully.
I'd like to see Sampdoria persevere with Jugovic. I think he really is an excellent footballer, and he works hard for the side. I think he's good for the side as well. He allows David to burst through into that position a lot more than I think Kacinec does.
Ivani with the cross, dealt with by Bucaro. Not the best of service though from Dalinia. Kolivanov asking a lot of Seno. Well, to even reach it, really.
Yeah, it's full credit to Seno there. Yes, that was a good pass inside the fullback, Peter, but he worked ever so hard there to get that corner. That was a very determined play.
Just learning that Juventus have equalised at home to Cagliari, and it's a goal from their German international, Jurgen Kohler. Juventus 1, Cagliari 1. This is Xhaka with the corner for Foggia. Some pushing going on, and the referee has given the free kick to Sampdoria. Still the rain bucketing down.
Yeah, I think the ref is explaining that he thought the ball left the field and came back into play, so consequently that's why we had the goal kick.
Seno with the header. Gullit underneath this one. So too there was Chamot, and this is Bucaro. Spun back off Gullit into the path of Xhaka. Seno. Ivani. We're now into the last minute. Neat layoff by Kolivanov. Xhaka wide to Kaini. Now needs a good service here. Oh, Kolivanov slipped at the vital moment. Don't think he would have reached it anyway. Seno. Again, good defending by Sampdoria, and they're so dangerous on the break. Jugovic. No, Gullit had pulled the other way. Xhaka.
He does this a lot, Mancini, in the last minutes of games, Peter. He's dropped a lot deeper now. I think we'll see him picking the ball up there, yeah. He does it a hell of a lot. He drops a lot deeper and keeps the team compact from front to back. And it's excellent play from him, because not only is he a great goal scorer, but creatively he's quite exceptional. He gets a lot of space. He looks as if he carries 10 yards around in his shorts with him every time he receives the ball. And he's a very intelligent player.
Salcedo about to come on for Sampdoria for the last few seconds. Fausto Salcedo in his third spell with Sampdoria. In fact, it's Mancini who's going off. Manini taking over the captain's armband. What a game he's had though today, Mancini.
Yeah, showed some lovely touches, Peter, hasn't he? He's really exceptional ball control, great awareness and great vision, and he really is one player that I must admit I really do enjoy watching play, and I enjoy watching this guy play as well. Salcedo is full of enthusiasm, gets around the field, and although he only gets on for a couple of minutes each week, you can see that he really enjoys his game.
And he'll certainly put himself about in his remaining seconds as Sampdoria endeavour to hold on to this somewhat precarious lead. Mandelli wins the throw. So there's still a chance here for Foggia. Seno taking the throw quickly. Tentative layoff though by Mandelli. And here's Gullit on the counter-attack for Sampdoria. Not too much support, but there's some arriving now. And here in the shape of Serena. Deep into injury time. Serena's header. And the free kick given to Sampdoria.
Yes, I think we can safely say that Sampdoria have been the better side, Peter, and I think overall have deserved the victory. And as if they get it, we do have a bit of injury time to play. But they have looked by far a more compact and more composed outfit.
Foggia at the moment heading for their third home defeat of the season. Gullit out by Chamot. Stropper. Well, there's no more time. It's all over. And Sampdoria chalk up win number 5 away from home to maintain their time.